Hello everyone. In today's class, we are going to discuss about preparation of haloalkanes. There are several methods for the preparation of haloalkanes. And in today's class, we are going to see how we can prepare haloalkanes by using alcohols. Alcohols can be represented by a symbol OH. OH is the chemical representation of alcohols. And in this process, we are going to use ROH. ROH in the sense OH functional group present with alkyl group. Using this alcohol, how we can prepare haloalkane. Haloalkane in the sense RX. RX is nothing but alkyl halide. So from using alcohol, we are going to prepare alkyl halide. But to prepare alkyl halide, what are all the conditions and reagents we are going to use? That is the thing we are going to study now. Okay, the condition required for the preparation of alkyl halide from using alcohol. There are three important reagents we are going to use in these processes. First one is using hydrogen halides. Hydrogen halides can be represented by a symbol HX, where hydrogen halide can be HCl, HF or HBr, HI. And the second reagent we are going to use is phosphorus halide. Phosphorus halide can be two types, that is PX3 and PX5, where X is the halogen atom. And third and the most important reagent for the preparation of alkyl chloride is using thionyl chloride. Thionyl chloride formula is SOCl2. This is the most important method and most suitable method for the preparation of alkyl chloride. Using these three reagents, we are going to prepare haloalkanes or alkyl halide from alcohol. Now let's see how we can prepare alkyl halide using hydrogen halide from alcohols. Okay, when you treat alcohol with concentrated HCl in the presence of anhydrous ZnCl2. Anhydrous in the sense there is no moisture content. Zinc chloride, here it is acting as a dehydrating agent. What do you mean by dehydrating agent? Dehydrating agent in the sense it is going to remove the water molecule in this reaction. So this ZnCl2 is used as a catalyst and also a dehydrating agent so that you can remove water molecule in this reaction. When the reaction takes place, the OH minus from ROH and H plus from HCl, these two will combine and there will be a elimination of water molecule. For this purpose, we are going to use ZnCl2. And now what is left out? R plus is left out and Cl minus is left out. So this R plus and Cl minus will combine and it is going to form our main product, that is alkyl chloride. This is how you can prepare haloalkane from alcohols using hydrogen chloride in the presence of ZnCl2. And one more thing you need to remember here, that is a mixture of concentrated HCl and anhydrous ZnCl2 can be called as Lucas reagent. You need to remember this, Lucas reagent. Mixture of HCl and ZnCl2 is known as Lucas reagent. Now the order of reactivity of alcohols in this process is like tertiary greater than secondary greater than primary. That means tertiary alcohols will easily undergo this reaction to form the products. Tertiary alcohol in the sense the carbon to which alcohol group is attached, this carbon is going to be bonded with 3 more carbon atoms. This is what we call as tertiary alcohol. The carbon atom which is bonded with alcohol it is going to bond with 3 more carbon atom. It is tertiary. Here alcohol, this alcohol OH group is going to act as a nucleophile, that means negative charge. When you break this bond, this OH minus will remove, and what is left out? C plus. C plus in the sense it is a carbocation. The tertiary carbocation is very much stable. Since when the bond break, it is going to form stable carbocation. That is why tertiary alcohol is going to react very easily in this process, because tertiary alcohol is going to form tertiary carbocation as an intermediate product. So this tertiary will undergo reaction in this process very fast compared to secondary and tertiary, secondary and primary. Understood this? When you are going to do the reaction for tertiary alcohols, there is no need of using ZnCl2. It is not required, because tertiary alcohol is going to form stable carbocation. So when you just shake this alcohol and HCl, you are going to get product very easily without using this ZnCl2. No need to use this ZnCl2. But for primary and secondary, you must use this ZnCl2. If you don't use anhydrous ZnCl2 along with primary and secondary, you are not going to get the product. Because when primary and secondary alcohols react, it is not going to form the stable carbocation like tertiary. So you must provide extra reagent so that the reaction can take place. Okay. So for tertiary, just by shaking, you are going to get the product. For primary and secondary, you must use ZnCl2, anhydrous ZnCl2 as a catalyst and dehydrating agent. This order of reactivity of alcohol is very important. You need to remember this. Okay, remember this. One more method of preparing haloalkane is by using alcohol with sodium bromide and H2SO4. You can take sodium bromide or also potassium bromide, and this H2SO4, sulfuric acid, also acting as a dehydrating agent. That means in this process also we are going to remove the water molecule. When this reaction takes place, we already know what we are going to get. We are going to get haloalkane. So let us write the final, our main product first, that is RBr. R from alcohol and Br from NaBr. This bond will get break and this bond will get break. R plus and Br minus will combine to form RBr. Now what is left out? As I said, there must be a removal of water molecule. How the water molecule is going to remove? You can see this OH minus now. OH minus is there. And one of the hydrogen from this H2SO4 in the form of H plus. When these two will combine, it is going to form water molecule. After forming water molecule, now see what are the elements left out. We have sodium and we have HSO4. Let us write the product now. NaHSO4. This is one of the byproduct we get in this process. Sodium hydrogen sulfate. When alcohol is treated with sodium bromide in the presence of sulfuric acid, which is acting as a dehydrating agent, it is going to form RBr with a removal of water molecule and sodium hydrogen sulfate. Now let's see how to get alkyl halide from alcohol using phosphorus halide. Let us use alcohol with PX3. PX3 in the sense phosphorus trihalide. When you do this process, we know that we are going to get alkyl halide. No? So let us write alkyl halide form first. And one more thing is we have 3 halogen atoms here. So make it balanced. Let us write 3 ROH here. So it will also become 3. That means 3 R group, 3 R group, 3 halogen groups and 3 halogen groups in the product set. Now what is left out? See what we have. H we have 3H, 3O and 1P. What is that compound? H3PO3. In this process we are getting H3PO3 as a byproduct, and H3PO3 is nothing but phosphorus acid. Phosphorus acid. In this case, X can be Cl or Br. This is not for fluoride or iodide. For iodide, we can use iodide also for the preparation of alkyl iodide, but we must use some other condition. We will discuss that again in the same class. Okay, but for this process, we are going to use either chloride or bromide as pH3. Understood? When you treat alcohol with PCl5, PCl5 in the sense phosphorus pentachloride, what you are going to get? We'll get alkyl halide, that is for sure. So RCl will be there in our product side as a main product. Along with it, it is not like here 3 halogen was there, so we wrote 3. It is not like that. Every reaction is going to follow different rules and different methods. In this process, we are not going to follow that way. That is just a logic to remember how the product is going to form. Okay, ROH plus PCl5 will react together to form RCl, which is alkyl chloride. And now observe carefully, H is going to be react with one of the Cl. Okay, one Cl, this R is bonded with one Cl already. So RCl is done. 4 Cl left here. One of the Cl is going to react with hydrogen. So what you will get? You will get HCl. Now how many Cl left here? 3 Cls are there and 1 phosphorus, 1 oxygen. So what product you will write? You can write POCl3. POCl3 will form in the form of gas. Okay, and the name of this compound is phosphoryl chloride. Phosphoryl chloride. Understood? When you used alcohol with PCl5, first alkyl halide has formed as RCl. Remaining 4 Cl was here. In that 4 Cl, 1 Cl has been reacted with the hydrogen to form HCl. And remaining elements are POCl3. That is what? Phosphoryl chloride. When you treat alcohol in the presence of red phosphorus and X2, where X2 is, it can be either bromide or iodide. I said that using this process we can't prepare alkyl iodide. To prepare alkyl iodide, you can use this method, I2. Okay, when you treat alcohol in the presence of red phosphorus and halogen, it is going to form a product, alkyl halide. Now you might be thinking that what will happen when red phosphorus will mix with halogen. It is very simple. It is going to form phosphorus trihalide. Like when phosphorus reacts with X2, it is going to form PX3. For that you need to use 3/2 form of X2. This is just for your reference. Okay, you just need to remember this process for the preparation of alkyl halide. When you mix red phosphorus and halogen, it is going to form phosphorus trihalide only. Okay, and this method is suitable for the preparation of alkyl iodide. This X can be iodide or bromide. Now the last method of preparation of haloalkane from alcohols using thionyl chloride. This process is very important, guys. Using thionyl chloride is very important because when you use this, when you do this process, you are going to get a pure compound, pure haloalkane compound. That is why it is very important for your examination also, and for the preparation method also. This is the method where which is very suitable for the preparation of alkyl chloride. Let's see how to prepare alkyl chloride by using thionyl chloride. When you treat alcohol with thionyl chloride, SOCl2 is thionyl chloride. As we know, we are going to get our product, that is RCl. One of the Cl is going to combine with R, so RCl will be the product. And now this H will combine with one more Cl to form HCl. And what is left out now? SO is there and one more oxygen is there. So both will combine and it is going to form SO2. Interesting thing is, this HCl is also going to be in gaseous form, and SO2 is also going to be in gaseous form. So as soon as the product forms, these gases are going to be evaporated. So you will be left out with only our main product, that is RCl, alkyl chloride. That is why this method is very important for both industrial preparation and also for your examination. Okay, thionyl chloride. It is very important. I hope this class was helpful. So please subscribe to my channel so that you'll get the notification of my next video. Thank you.